Hey Clashers, and welcome back to another video. And today is a really exciting video because today I somehow got back into competitive Clash. I still don't know how this happened, I still don't know why this happened, but somehow I ended up in the Pro 1 vs 1 tournament of Carbon. And yeah, we have a ton of pros in there, like Klaus is in there, Yo-Yo's in there, Gaku's in there, Lexnos, Marinol, and many more. And at the beginning, there was like a draw. Who has to face which other pro? I still don't know why I'm in there, but at the same time, we had to face against rigotorres. And this tournament was obviously about winning, but at the same time, trying goofy attacks as well. At least that's how I understood it. So what I did, and this is how this video works, I will kind of like guide you through my thought process, because I live streamed out of this, so I cannot act like this would be live or anything, because this happened already yesterday. But can you talk a bit more about like what exactly was happening, how we were planning things, because there were a couple of more background informations which I can share in this video, and this is what basically the idea is. So first off, I thought, okay, I have to do my classic moves, which is first off 10 healer, like 10 healer charge is kind of cool. So that's what I thought I should do it. At the same time, I noticed that I did not do 10 healer charges in the last couple of weeks. So when doing a 10 healer charge, you should actually count your healers. And instead of placing 5 healers, because whenever you're, I don't know how you place healers when you're doing a queen charge, but when I do a queen charge, I'm just like selecting the healers and then like it's non-stop dropping, or like non-stop dropping the healers until they are dropped, or like all of them are dropped. And I'm not counting them or anything, like why would you? And well, that was kind of unfortunate because now I have only 3 healers on my warden. That's the first thing, which was a kind of oopsie. So yeah, I still try to somehow make this work, and I still think the plan is capable of somehow 3-starring. So let's see if we can somehow still save this. We have now a 7 healer charge, which is normal, I guess, but hey, let's just try it. Couple of more Kokodoons, because I do not want to lose any of my 7 healers. And now another wall break just to get into the town compartment. The wall break is a bit early, to be honest, but hey, I have enough wall breakers for all day long, so we can get in there. Still, the Warden Walk is doing his thing at the top side. I would have liked to have more healers on the Warden, but so far the Warden is staying alive. That is the main thing. Another rage for my Queen to make sure that she's first off going faster through all of this, and second of all, that she's somehow making it like through the enemy town hall. Warden still like doing a lot of things at the top side, so there are a lot of things happening now at the same time. The plan was to get my king into the enemy queen compartment with the ice golem for tanking, and now the problem is kind of happening, which is a lot of things happening at the same time. The sweeper, which my queen's dodged, is now like the air defense is shooting at my healers. That's the unfortunate thing about this attack. So I was kind of like panicking at this point. I was like, oh no, what should I do? I used then my Super Barbarians. At this point, I've completely forgot about the wall break for my king. And now the plan was to have my Royal Champion and my Headhunters to face the enemy king inside the Warden ability. But instead, because I had only 3 healers on the Warden, all of this did not work out. And this then was a huge mess because the healers switched on the Super Barbarians. And yeah, so I think this plan actually would have worked with 2 things done different. First, actually count the freaking healers. Like, don't be that stupid that you cannot count healers. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that I should have placed 1 wizard on that air defense instead. With that air defense going down and not placing Super Barbarians, this would have 100% worked, because then I would have had the Super Barbarians for the enemy queen. And I don't even think this would have been a time fight, because everything would have survived. That's what I think. But hey, that's on how things work, right? So let's take a look at the attack from rigotorres. All of us have to do 4 attacks in total on those bases, and we are going to watch all of them 4, obviously. So we have the next attack going live from rigotorres. He's actually tryharding. I mean, yes, like how the tournament works, and that's some more background information. How this tournament works is, first you're getting $100 to like get to this next round for winning the match, and then you get $50 for getting the most creative attack. So what I thought is that most of the players would just like goof around and do some fancy attacks, but at the end of the day, I think, yeah, Rigo did the smart thing. I'm spoiling just a little bit, but he did like basically 3 attacks serious, like normal strategies, and then he did 1 attack to kind of have the chance of winning the creative award, basically. So I think this is the smart way. I can already spoil this as well. I did not do it the smart way. I was doing like only strategies which I would normally never ever do, or like not never ever. I wouldn't consider that, but which are kind of untypical for me. Okay, let's put it like this. But you're going to see what exactly is going to happen. But either way, so far this attack is looking pretty good. Now the blimp, but there's the Tesla farm actually, and he's playing the blimp into the sweeper. Now he's trying to open up this the blimp to make sure that the Yetis, or like the death damage of the blimp, is taking down the Tesla farm. But actually, some Tesla are surviving, and those are luring out the Yetis, and this means the scatter is staying alive. Now the scatter is like, the scatter is tanking, or is getting tanked by the baby dragon, and now the loons need somehow to make it to the scatter. But there's the air sweeper, and this air sweeper is being freaking annoying for rigotorres. He still needs to somehow take down the scatter, and here, yet again, like this scatter and sweeper combination is just insane. I'm just out of words. Like this combination is crazy. He needs to use another haste just to get the scatter, so 2 haste and a ton of loons for those scatter. The tornado trap is kind of lost, to be honest. I don't know why the tornado trap is right there, but hey, whatever. Now the Lalo's starting, and he has not a lot of time left, but at the same time, this is looking pretty good, the Lalo. But one thing which we just noticed, and most of you guys noticed most likely as well, he did not place the Warden. He forgot about the Warden. Now he's placing the Warden, and I don't think anyone could complain that the Warden is now not following. But hey, still 15 seconds. And I think with Warden ability, with the first scatter going down, this would have been a huge overkill. Like the Lalo was super clean, except that obviously the sweeper, except obviously that the Warden was not placed, but except that, like, just imagine the first scatter would go down quicker, and then he's placing the Warden with this Lalo. This would be a huge overkill. Either way, let's get into the next attack, and this one is pretty. I think this is my only tryhard attack, if you want to call it like this, even though I'm really not doing Blizzard that often. But yeah, I thought, okay, it's a pretty cool Blizzard blimp value, and at the same time, I did not think that anyone baits this. That was kind of the thinking which I had. So first off, obviously making everything invisible, then putting the rage down, everything. So what I wanted to get is the scatter, the expo, royal champion, and just pathing. That was everything what I wanted to go for. And I'm throwing another invisibility spell because I want to get rid of the arch tower, which is going to do make my Lalo pathing later on a bit better. Now the clan cast is coming out, and I had planned that the clan cast has been taken down by my queen, and that was the exact reason why I have my unicorn on my queen instead of on my king. That was the thinking behind that. So at this point, I was like, okay, my queen is going to deal with the clan casters, so she might lose some hit points, especially if there would be a hound in there. So I thought, okay, let's just put in the unicorn on the queen, so she's less likely to lose a lot of hit points. Now we need to get the town hall. That's the next thing what I want to get. Warbreak is in, Royal Gem in there as well. To be honest, I had no clue where else I should place the Royal Gem. I feel like it's not the best value, but at the same time, I just don't know where I should place this Royal Gem instead. So now we have the king on the town hall. There's no tornado trap, luckily for me. The queen is following, and now we are slowly approaching the backend queen, which I would have never thought about, like, getting that. Like, this was not planned. I was just like, hey, this could somehow work with the Blizzard, then I'm pushing with my heroes in the town hall, and then let's see what happens. That was the thinking. Like, I thought, okay, the Blizzard is pretty OP, and then we're going to move on from this point on. Like, yeah, this is normally not how you should plan. But hey, the Lalo so far is working pretty nicely for us. At this point, I was like already counting on my Warden following the right side because this is like way more loons. But at the same time, I was like, okay, I know that in the core, there are most likely a lot of traps and whatever. So I thought, okay, when the loons are splitting, I can use the Warden ability. That's exactly what I did. And then I just need to take care of the core Inferno Tower with the haste. And now there's not too much left standing, to be honest, at this point. Like, it's a multi-Inferno Tower, there's the freeze, there's another freeze, and then just like clean up thingies, and yeah, this is a 3-star for sure. So hey, my tryhard attack at least worked, so that's out of the window. So we have 2 more attacks with strategies, which I normally would have never used in a clan war, especially in a tournament. So let's see how we end up on this. And I want to touch on one more thing because now we have the attack of rigotorres, and obviously I cannot like tell you what exactly his thought process is or anything. But now I want to talk a bit more about competitive play for me. And I think after playing the match, it was like a huge mistake for me joining this tournament, because I still have way too much fun playing and competing in this game. So when I actually had the decision, or like when I actually did decide on what I should do, should I still compete? Should I go for casting? What should I do? The thing was never like, okay, I can, like, I don't enjoy it anymore or anything like that. It was all about, okay, for me, this is a full-time job. So I have to like consider what is working best for me and my wife as well. And I don't know, I don't can obviously name any numbers, but I think most of you would not expect, like, it's not a lot what a pro is like making in Clash of Clans. That's actually not a lot. And it means less time in content producing, it means less time in streaming, it means less time in working out sponsorships and things like that. So it is obviously less time in putting in work into the YouTube channel, for example. So overall, I think it was still the right decision, but oh my goodness, I enjoyed it so much competing again. And if there are any other small tournaments out there, I might just sign up again. I don't know, let's see. The only thing where I cannot compete in, obviously, is like Clash Worlds, because I'm casting, and obviously other tournaments where I'm casting, I cannot sign up either. But hey, let's see. Maybe I'm playing some more tournaments again. But this was just way too much fun. But hey, let's get back to the attack of rigotorres, because this is looking insanely good from him. He lightning the top side of the base, did a really nice cut with that, then let the queen decide whichever way she wants to go. And as soon as she decided the way, he just added the super witches, and that was actually a super small plan. At this point, he has like 1 minute left for 40% of the base. This base is wrecked. Like, this attack was just insane from rigotorres. Really nice base identification, knowing exactly on how to beat those bases. And that was just beautiful to watch. Painful to watch as well. But hey, I had no other bases on this account. Like, as I just said, I'm not playing any tournaments right now. So, well, I don't have normal bases. I have only those legend bases. And this base got completely wrecked by rigotorres. Like, 40 seconds left for like 10% of the base. This base is completely wrecked by rigotorres. Really nicely done. And this means that he's leading in percentage after the second attack. What I have to now think about. We did already the Blizzard Ladder and we did the Mass Healer. The Mass Healer did fail. His first attack did fail as well. And now he triples. Okay, so we can see it right now. It's 5-5, but he has the percentage lead. So we need to get some work done if we want to have a chance. And this time around, I'm using Super Witches. And I thought, okay, I did not expect him using Super Witches, to be honest. So we had like 3 hours to plan out of this. And I did not count on him obviously using Super Witches. And I used Super Witches just because I hate them so much. Just because I feel like they're so bad. And as I said, I approached this tournament as trying to goof around. Trying to somehow meme on army compositions. That's why I used 10 healers. That's why I used now the Super Witches. As I said, I had no other idea on the first base of rigotorres, so that's why I kind of used the Blizzard army, which is actually like a real army composition and really good. But except that army, I'm only using meme armies in my understanding. And now the next thing is the Tesla farm really messed me up. I tried to get the pathing done, everything, so I have only 2 Cocoons left. I wanted to get rid of the air defense because this made sure that I only need to use 1 wall break. Because as soon as the air defense is gone, then I can use the wall break onto the inner side. That's how wall breakers work. Now the blimp inside the tornado trap. I already was expecting that there's the blimp because the sweeper is pointing to the other side. So I was using the ward ability really early on just because I was kind of expecting the bait. And now everything is walking towards the top side. Meanwhile, the blimp is doing the cut at the bottom side. And now we have a lot of power still left. 3 rages overall. Like, I don't like the lightning with Super Witches right now because I feel like you just lose too much power. And now it's all about, do we make it? Like, we have 1 minute 30 seconds left roundabout, and we have only 40% of the base taken down. So there's a lot of, like, a long way to go. So let's see if that somehow works. We have the king at the top side. King is getting used, like king ability. I'm using that just to speed things up. Like, I just used the king ability on this, like, from like That was the reason why I used the king ability, just to speed things up. And now we somehow need to get into the backhand, use the second rage just to make sure that we're entering the backhand. Another rage in there to beat the enemy king. And obviously now the head, or like a headhunter for the enemy king for the backhand. Now the royal champion as well. We have 1 minute left for like 40 seconds, 35 seconds. We have 1 minute left for 35% of the base. That's what I wanted to say. Royal Champion still going strong. I like at this point I was on like, okay, I need to keep the Royal Champion alive. That's why I'm freezing for the Royal Champion, because as long as the Royal Champion is staying alive, everything is good for me. We have the back end Tesla farm, but this is still looking alright. Lassie is taking some damage, but that's yet again totally alright. And this should be smashed for us. And Super Witches, I mean, yeah, technically they're not a huge troll army, but to be honest, I still think they're like, if you're doing a tier list, the trash tier list, that like the trash tier, that's where Super Witches belong. I don't think they're really good. They're only good against like really specific bases. And well, let's just take a look at the next attack from rigotorres. And as I said, he's using mainly the normal army compositions, which is totally alright, obviously. And he's using the Queen Charge hybrid on this one. So let's see. Huge shout out, by the way, for this base. I asked Zakia from Penta, because as I said, I have only legend bases on my accounts. And I asked Zakia if he could share any base with me for the tournament. And was like, yeah, sure, take this base. It did pretty good. And already the Tesla farm messed things up for rigotorres. So he now needs to react really, really good. Make sure that somehow, like this wall break. I'm still mad that this wall break did work. Like this wall break, I have no clue how this wall break did open up this. I need max walls. I need max walls. With a max wall, this wall would have not been opened because... Wait, never mind. He has max wall breakers. I have not said anything. But either way, the wall is open, so the queen has access to this. And this is actually not a bad queen charge, to be honest. Even though he planned on queen charging the bottom side, like the single fermentor and everything. But, yeah. It's not looking too bad. That's what I'm trying to say. So the next rage, now the queen is engaged with the enemy queen as well. And this is actually really good for me because the queen is staying behind the hound. So the hound is kind of like tanking for her. But at the same time, well, my queen is doing no damage. Like this poison is wrecking my queen. Like the poison, like my queen can't even shoot. Like why exactly did I jam this queen if this queen is shooting like once per minute? Like this is so stupid. But yeah, I can totally see why it's a thing. But hey, now the hybrid through the core, it's not looking too bad, to be honest. Like it's still a hybrid. Hybrid is still strong. I would consider it as soon as you can take down the town hall with your queen charge. If you can take down the town hall with your queen charge, hybrid is still insanely strong just because how powerful it is. And yes, even though it has like the miners and the Hogwarts have no new level, still, it's still really, really strong. The queen, meanwhile, is in her ability now, facing the enemy single ferment tower in just a second. The hybrid now is slowly having their problems because there is actually the scatter on the back end. He tries to keep freezing the scatter, and now we have the Royal Champ. If the Royal Champ is dying, then we have maybe a chance of defending. Maybe, somehow, the healers actually switched over. The Royal Champ is not taking the scatter down. And now we have the scatter still staying alive for now, doing a lot of damage. The healer switched back to the queen, actually. And now the scatter is going down. This is 30 seconds left. This should be a really good attack for rigotorres. And the queen is dealing with some more buildings. But actually, the last miner is dying out. We have now 20 seconds left. And this is going to be so close. 15 seconds. The queen is beating on a wall. Obviously, I have those sexy lava walls, which are not working that great against queens. But hey, we still have the one air defense. We have 4 seconds. We have 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And somehow this is the defense. I don't know how, but I mean, defense is a defense, right? Like this is everything what counts. And now we're going to finish off this war because, as I said, everyone has 4 attacks. We're going to finish off this war with my own strategy, protect the president. That's how I named this. Protect the president is basically a queen charge mass super barbarian. And why do I call it protect the president? Because, well, it's basically an army composition where the only purpose of this one is to protect your queen. I know, maybe it's not the coolest name, whatever, but I thought it would be kind of funny. That's why I named it like this. I did this attack already on Town Hall 13. So I thought, okay, I need to do this in this clan war, right? I need to do this somehow. The plan was to queen charge from the Town Hall side into the scatter compartment, which is on the left. And I was already kind of expecting a bait. This is why I used the queen first, try to take out the first row of defenses. and then send in the blimp. So not the first blimp, not the blimp first and then the queen. So that was the reason behind that. At this point, my queen is dropping really low. I was not expecting this amount of damage from the town hall. But I mean, it's at the same time it's the town hall, so that's kind of scary. Now one wizard to fun on the left side, wall break to get my queen in. I did not count the clan castle, so I thought, okay, we have some super minion, some headhunters in there, which were only a couple of them. So if you guys counted actually correctly, not as I did, then you should know that there's a hound in there. So that's kind of annoying to deal with without the poison. But hey, at this point I was, oh wait, I forgot the archers, so that's why I'm dropping all of the archers. So a lot of things happening at the same time. And at this point, I'm like, okay, we need to protect the queen. So this means less damage on the queen, starting the king, tank the back and expo, so the queen has less damage on her. First wall break is trolling. Second wall break is actually getting into the eagle compartment. Now a minion, just because we don't have any poisons left. Good job, iTzu. And now we have the freeze. Now we're just adding everything at the bottom. First couple of Super Barbarians. Never put all of them down at the beginning, like right away. Always just like sprinkle them in from the outside. That's how you typically do a troll attack with Super Barbarians. But hey, now a couple of more back and wall breaks. Those were planned to get access to the back and scatter the next wall break. But they were too late. So my king is already walking to the outside, but still it's totally fine. I have my royal champion facing the enemy queen. I was like, okay, I could freeze the enemy queen, but I was like, okay, if our own queen is staying alive, that's already enough. So I do not have to invest the freeze over there first. Now I'm trying to protect my royal champion, and this is looking way too good considering that I'm using freaking mass Super Barbarians. And well, my queen can reach everything because I placed my jump kind of good. Now the rage just to keep my queen alive, but actually she's jumping yet again. We have 3 more Super Barons for the back end. We have 1 more loon, which I'm using on the mortar. And that's it. That's actually already the win for me because, like I said, everyone has like 4 attacks overall. And we triple already 1 more time than rigotorres. So somehow we finished on a win. And that's kind of crazy. Like, we use a lot of meme army compositions, but still, let's get to the last attack of rigotorres. And at this point, that's exactly what I said in the beginning. He was doing the strategy, doing 3 normal army compositions, which were like Sui Lalo, Queen Charge Hybrid, and Super Witches, and then doing 1 troll army compositions to have like a to get like the $50 as well, like the $50 as well, with the kind of community voting, how this works. So this is now his fancy attack, his attack with the Queen Charge Super Minions. To be honest, this should have been my attack. Like, I think I brought this. I think this was one of the strategies which I actually put on YouTube. One of the firsts, when like Queen Charge Super Minions were actually strong back on channel 13. Like, now Super Minions got nerfed so many times that they're actually kind of trash. And now the rage, and that rage was too late. And he's actually using or doing a Queen Charge, Zap, Queen Charge. So this means he has not too many rages. And losing the Queen ability early is a huge problem for him, obviously. Now he needs to wall break into the core, waiting for the air defense to go down. This Queen Charge looking insane. Really, really nice Queen Charge from rigotorres. And now he can enter the core. But hey, there they are. Triple Ice Golem. They're so annoying. And now we have even the Eagle locking onto the healers, and things are going from bad to worse for rigotorres. His healers are basically on 0 HP, and now there is the double black mine just because we expected actually a blimp over there. But hey, I mean, Slammer is working as well. This Slammer had no chance to get any value done, and now we have a couple of loons and dragons, and he's using the Super Minion to snipe the air defense. Really nicely done. But his queen, it needs to stay alive. The queen needs to stay alive. The queen is the troop which actually is supposed to take down the town hall. He has no more rages left at this point, only the Super Minions. And as we said, the healers are low already. They're super low. And now the Super Minions on in from the right side. There's the red mines. And this means no healers left, no power left. And now we have the Super Minions entering from the right side. He has a couple of Super Minions saved to take down the town hall, I guess. Yep, that's exactly. Now he's trying to scout if those Super Minions are actually going for the town hall. And there we go, all of the minions. And now the warning ability, really nicely timed as well. Super Minions are slowly making their way into the town hall. He needs to freeze for the Super Minions soon, because now they did their main shots, or however you want to call it. And this means that they do not have this crazy range anymore. He's freezing yet again, and this should be the 2-star at the end of the day, but the defense overall. So really nice defense. Thank you so much, Dave, for joining me. Obviously, we had to send in 4 town of 14 accounts, and Dave was like helping me out over there. So thank you so much for that. And well, GG's obviously to rigotorres. It was an insane fun matchup. I hope you guys liked this video as well. Trying to explain a bit more what exactly happened. And I'll see you back tomorrow for the next video. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.